Hey there, friends. It's your Bad Couch Guru, Lynn Lindbergh, and today we are going to recap the 20 COVID words that you have learned in March and April of 2020. So today's recording is, it is April 30th. Is that right? Yes, April 30th, Thursday. It's the end of April. Holy moly, March and April 2020. Yeah, that's all I have to say, right? And if you're listening to this years in the future, this is the COVID pandemic. We are hoping as a globe we are at the peak and things will start getting better, but there's a lot of unknowns. But I thought just for fun, I've got a list here of 20 words that we have learned in the year 2020 about COVID. So these are all words that most of them I didn't even know. And the reason I wanted to share this and just have fun with you is one, because I thought it was curious. And two, because when it comes to your exercise and how you think about movement in your life, to realize your capacity for learning and your capacity for opening your worldview is huge. And just as an example, looking at everything you've learned with COVID and COVID-19. So here's all the new jargon. So here we rapid fire. N95. We all know what N95 is, don't we? PPE. Now, some of us already knew N95 and PPE, but those were new to me. So another one, hydrochloroquine, COVID, droplet transmission, asymptomatic, a super spreader, flattening the curve, hand hygiene, shelter in place, self-isolation, quarantine. I'd like to just call it a timeout, right? Quarantine, drive-through testing, Zoom. Now, I knew Zoom, but that was a new one. Everybody knows Zoom now, and we all know Zoom bombing. Yes. The mother lode of all words that we've learned is social distancing. 2 words we already knew, but put together, totally new to us. There's also slang we've learned. We've learned Rona, COVIDiot, moronavirus, my favorite, quarantini, and another one I like is a virtual happy hour. These are all things we didn't know before, and now we totally know what a virtual happy hour is, don't we? So why is this important? Why do we even care about all these words? Well, it's because at the beginning of this year, we would never have guessed that this would be our reality. We would never in January have guessed that in 3 months, not only would we have this whole new worldview, but we would have a huge vocabulary around it and slang around it. So our capacity to learn and shift and grow and be resilient is really amazing. Because if you think of January, we were thinking Australian wildfires were going to be the thing of 2020, huh? You're like, oh yeah, that happened. Yeah. So our capacity to learn, our capacity to adjust, the resilience we have is amazing. And our number one excuse for why we don't exercise is a word we don't really hear anymore. Busy. That's right. Busy used to be a word that we use so much all the time. And now we look and we're like, oh my gosh, no, we're not busy. We're bored. Not all of us, but a lot of us. So when people would dismiss busy and try to say, no, it's all about your priorities, that always bothered me to some degree, because I always thought, no, busy is a real word that we can really use. And now it's like poof, we're not busy anymore. So what I want you to do with this is to take all of this mumbo jumbo and filter it through the concept of exercise in your life and really think, wow, if I actually sat down and learned all the different life lessons, about 40 of them, or life practices, about 40 of them in the Couch to Active book and program, and took 8 weeks and implemented them in my life, similarly to how I did with Corona, but entirely different, I know, how I could have a completely different worldview about exercise and its role in my life. Yeah. So this weekend, why don't you make yourself a Corona-tini and give that one a thought. All right, friends, we are done with April. I cannot believe it. And May 1st, we always do our monthly recap and looking forward. And so I've got a special one for you there because it's been a really special month. All right, we will see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye now. Exercise should not be dreadful, but getting off the couch is the hardest thing we do. And so, Couch to Active has an all-new website to match our all-new world we live in now. Head over to couchtoactive.com and finish step number 1 today. Did you know that Couch to Active has an app? It's the easiest way to keep track of and follow the Couch to Active podcast. So head on over to your app store, and it doesn't matter whether you're on an iPhone, a tablet, or an Android device. Search for Couch to Active, that's T-O Active. Download the app and check it out. Bye-bye now.